Well, it's that time again. Let's walk in faith, talk about anime, and grow together. Welcome to Rev's Otaku Talk. Hey Otaku family, welcome to Rev's Otaku Talk Studio Ghibli Fest. I'm your host Rev, and with me is my co-host Raver Mom.
Hello.
This season we're diving deep into the whimsical, heartfelt worlds of Studio Ghibli, where fantasy meets faith and wonder points us back to the creator. Whether you're a lifelong Ghibli fan or just discovering these animated masterpieces, we're here to explore each story through the lens of Christian values. From the skies of Laputa to the forest of Totoro, we'll uncover powerful themes, spiritual insights, and the beauty of God's truth woven into every frame. So grab your favorite snack, open your heart, and get ready for a journey where faith and fandom soar together. This is your Christ Walk with Otaku Talk. Ghibli Fest starts now. Today's episode, we will run right into the world of My Neighbor the Yamadas to learn what it is to raise a child. My Neighbors the Yamadas is a 1999 animated film from Studio Ghibli, directed and written by Isao Takahata. Based on the comic strip No-No-chan by Hisashi Ishii. Unlike many Ghibli films with sweeping fantasy narratives, this movie presents a series of short, slice-of-life vignettes that humorously capture the everyday experience of the Yamada family. Through simple sketches and watercolor-style visuals, the film explores ordinary moments, family arguments, generational misunderstandings, childhood antics, and small joys that feels universally relatable. At its heart, My Neighbor the Yamadas celebrate the imperfect beauty of family life. Takahata's minimalist animation style follows the emotions and humor that take center stage, highlight themes of love, patience, and connection amid chaos. By focusing on small, familiar situations rather than grand adventures, the film offers a gentle reminder that meaning and warmth are often found in the everyday moments we tend to overlook. Raver Mom, I've been looking forward to your take on My Neighbor the Yamadas.
And why is that?
Because I think I might actually agree with you this time.
So, do you want me to go first?
Sure, go first.
Man, yeah, I can't pawn it off on K2 tonight.
Nope.
I didn't like it.
Okay, why?
I mean, I did, but it didn't. It was cute. It was like your neighbor next door, and you watch their life. I mean, like our neighbors, like we watch their life by bits and pieces of it.
Yeah. And that's not because we stalk them and we're creepy.
No, I'm saying like as we live our life, like when we go outside or, you know, like we see them, the kids coming home or the wife going off to work or, you know, our neighbor that likes to go out and work on her front lawn with her beautiful flowers and, you know, the one that walks the dog. Like in general, like your neighbors, it's like small little glimpses into their life without seeing like the full story.
Gotcha.
Except this with this movie, you actually see inside the house, so yeah. It's a little bit more of a creeper style. I'm just kidding.
Disturbia.
I mean, it's cute. I don't know. I got lost a couple of times just because of the fact that it's not your normal Ghibli movie.
No.
So I was very thrown by that. But I mean, it's cute. I probably would never watch it again, but if it was on, I'd watch it. Like if somebody put it on, yeah, I would watch it.
There were parts of it that were entertaining. And
yeah.
Then there were other parts where it's like, please, can we just get on with it?
But I will say, with each little like segment or like strip or whatever you want to call it,
yeah.
If you come in the middle of it, you're not gonna know what they're talking about.
No.
Just like a comic strip.
Yeah.
One American style that comes to mind is the Archie comics.
Yeah.
If you come in the middle of like the story, you're not gonna understand why, you know, why somebody's upset or whatever. So that was kind of cool, but
Yeah.
it definitely was very weird.
Yeah, it definitely reminded me of the comic strips you see in the newspaper.
Yes.
Yeah, it very much did. You know, it had a title, and then it had a sketch, and then it had like a closing thing that just, ended it.
Yes, and it's definitely not like Peanuts. How with Peanuts, like whenever they made the movies and the cartoons, and
Yeah.
like you've got like the Christmas movies, Thanksgiving, and all of that. Like it's one full length movie. This was legit the comic strips just given animation.
Yeah, it was like watching Family Circus.
Right.
And if you don't
It's
know
like-
what Family Circus is, we're showing our age.
It definitely. Well, I showed mine with Archie. Are you kidding?
Hey, no, they remade
And
Archie.
Peanuts.
Archie is still playing.
I know he's still playing, but I'm just saying.
Okay. At least you're naming off ones that make you seem hip and cool. At least we're not saying stuff like little Abner.
Well, there's also my favorite was the there was, oh my goodness, I don't remember the name of it, but it was like these not apes, the
Cave people?
cave people. Yes,
Yeah, I don't remember what that was called.
that one was funny. And then there was the grandma and the grandpa, the older couple. And then occasionally there would be like a grandchild that came in, like a grandson or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that was my favorite thing. That was one thing that this movie did kind of bring up, is that was my favorite thing getting, especially when we first got married and we'd get the newspaper,
Yeah.
the Sunday newspaper, and like the full little section of all the comic strips.
Uh-huh.
And it was just, that was like the highlight. And then throughout the week, it was like this small section of like the main ones,
Yeah.
in black and white. And it was definitely like, to me, that was like the highlight of getting a newspaper. I'd read some of the articles.
It's the only reason to get the newspaper.
Well,
'Cause you would read the other articles. I would just reread the comics.
I'm a little more what do you call it?
Cultured.
Cultured than you are. Yeah. Sure. That's how you want to put it. We'll put it that way.
I think that's the only way we can put it. But I mean,
Silly nice way.
I liked a lot of parts of it, especially whenever it came to the interaction between the parents and the children.
Yeah, it was definitely real life.
Yeah, it definitely was. But I also like how, whenever they made it, it wasn't made just for kids. Like there was stuff in there for adults too, especially parents. Because, it's like the one where the dad wanted to play catch with his son to have a bonding moment. He goes, do we really have to do that to bond? And then the dad walks away defeated. And then all of a sudden you see paternal failure.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've had moments where I feel like I failed because of the fact that the kid's like, do we really have to do this? And it's like, I want to hang out with you. Oh, okay.
It's like, you're old and junk, really? I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. No, I do feel like as odd as this one it was, it definitely catches the eye, because like our 16-year-old came in and watched it. Some of it, our 13-year-old came in and watched some of it, and then our 9-year-old came in and watched some of it. So,
and I watched it a little bit before everybody else, and Vivi, she thought parts of it were funny just because of the noises.
I was gonna say, I figured some of the colors and stuff she might get a kick out of. So, I mean, as odd as it is, it definitely, would take, would get everybody in the family, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't rate it extremely high. I wouldn't rate it low. I think I'd rate it like smack dab in the middle. For me, it's a flat 5.
I'd say it's a 5 too.
Okay. Well, hey. See, I told you I'd agree with you on this one. It is Reb's Otaku Talk gives my neighbor the Yamadas a 5.
Honestly, for me, it's different, but it's not a bad different.
No.
And the little stories, you don't get lost.
And it's not overstimulating at all.
And it's definitely not overstimulating. It is cute. It's got, like in the beginning where the wife and the husband, they get together and it starts their family, and then I mean, so it does have like the little romance,
Oh
and
yeah,
then it's got
you're talking about the
comedy
journey, the life journey episode.
yeah, the life journey part, and so it does have a little bit of everything in it. I feel honestly, it's just I think some of the humor was a little weird for me, but again, that's probably culture difference.
And I honestly think that is a culture thing because you remember the episode, and I guess this goes more into the parental side of the review, where the father is drinking sake,
Yeah.
which is a normal thing over there,
Yeah.
and he offers the son a sip,
Well, that's normal.
and the son sips it, and the father's like, "So, what do you think?" Thinking he just, had the first sip of sake with his kid, and he turns around and he goes, "Oh, it's pretty no, pretty bad, isn't it? What'd you think?" And he goes, "No, it's dry." And then his father looks at him like, "What?" And then the kid has the "oh no" face on. It's like, "Yeah, you've been getting into daddy's sake bottle." And then he starts, then mommy and daddy start chasing the kid around the house because he's about to get his butt whooped.
Yeah. Yeah, parentally, it actually wasn't too bad. It was funny which I'm glad the girls weren't in there when that happened. When the life journey started and like they were around the babies and then like they picked up, honestly, I thought it was the butt of the baby, but it wasn't. It was like this peach looking thing.
Yeah.
I did. I thought it was the butt. It was going to be the butt of a kid. But it wasn't. And then it opens up and then their boy floats out of it and you see everything. And comically, I mean, it's not as like detailed, but anatomically it is detailed. So
and it's the double U, a U on top, U on the bottom.
Yeah. So I was a little shocked to see that. And then the drinking, but I mean, just honestly, it wasn't really drinking. It was just the dad, like you said, the dad sharing the cup.
That was a cultural thing, and the baby nudity art that's in there, with the double U's, that is very normal for that time period. Because if you go back and you even the older anime, most famous and most popular is Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball did it.
If you watch the stuff that was not brought over by Funimation and aired on TV. If it was aired on TV, they'd censor that stuff out. But if you get their DVDs or their Blu-rays from back then, or their VHSs, and you pop it in and you watch it, those parts are in there.
Well, I started Dragon Ball over a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And no, I haven't continued. I paused it because I'm trying to get caught up in other things. Goku. It was in there, and Princess Pika was watching it with me, and so was Princess Mononoke, and needless to say, they both shielded their eyes on their own. I didn't have to say anything. I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, that art style was in that episode where he, it showed it. And, but again, it's a detail without being detailed.
Over there, it's
a
not something
thing
to be ashamed of. It's normal because they do the family bath. They do community baths over there.
Yeah.
In certain parts of the country, they will, turn the fire hydrant on, strip down butt naked and run in the street. That's what the kids do. And that's not just in Japan. That's in China. That's in Vietnam. That's in Korea. That's just what they do over in that side of the world. So it's not something that they're ashamed of. Where we see it as inappropriate, they see it as natural.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just something, parentally to be aware of with it.
And it literally isn't, I mean, we're talking about it, but it literally is maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even like that whole thing. It literally, the baby pops out, and then, woohoo, it's a boy. And, I mean, you notice it's a boy. And then the next scene is literally, like, dad's rowing or something, and mom's holding the baby covered.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It isn't even that big, like, of a scene.
Yeah.
Other than, hey, there's a baby. Oh, look, it's a boy. You know, like that commercial.
Yeah.
Had a baby, it's a boy. So, it took you a while.
Will you accept a collect call from Dad? We had a baby. It's a boy.
So, but yeah, I'd say 5. Parentally, honestly, not bad. I'd let the kids watch it. Even with that scene, because, again, it's a natural thing.
Yeah, you see more in a art history book in middle school with all the cherubs floating around everywhere.
Yep, add more detail.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I guess that's the only thing from both a parental and a Christian standpoint is they have a little spot like that, and, well, you see very mild, casual drinking at home, which is...
I think it was just that one spot, too, that he brought, that the sake was brought out.
Yeah, and
the rest of the time, he's drinking tea or...
They're eating a lot of ramen.
Ramen and soup. Miso soup
and sushi and...
Yeah, ginger.
Yeah. A lot of ginger makes you forget.
Honestly, that makes me wonder.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I consume a lot of ginger.
That explains a lot,
Yeah.
man.
I forget. But, yeah, so we give it a 5, clean across the board, and there's only those few spots, and like I said, it's a cultural thing, and, you just got to keep that in mind whenever you're watching any anime, is if you haven't seen it before, and you don't know anybody who has seen it before, and there's tiny stuff like that in there, you just got to think cultural.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But right away, I had a little bit of love for this set of stories, because the one thing that did stick out to me was the multiple generations of the movie, and they were raising each other up. It was in a very wacky, fun way. It was in a family setting constantly, and the one thing that really stuck up was how they interacted and they taught their kids.
Mm-hmm.
And what came to mind when I was watching the movie was Proverbs 22:6, where it says, "Train up a child in the way that they should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it." And I love how raw this is because of the fact that they really don't sugarcoat anything in their little stories.
No.
And you see everything from punishments to rewards to dealing with a teenager who's hormonally crazy to dealing with a toddler. I mean, you saw how they had to interact with kids at multiple stages of life, and how they dealt with it, but how they tried to teach a lesson. And, I guess it's appropriate that it's just me and you on this one because we are parents, and K2 would just be standing there silent anyway through the majority of this.
Nope. Got nothing.
But yeah, there was some stuff like I could relate to some of it. Some of it I couldn't because, again, it's the culture. But there were some things that I could relate to, like feeling at points, like the perennial fail. All the way down to, having a disrespectful teenager walk through the door, shoot his mouth off. You get onto him, and then he's shooting his mouth off walking out the door. And it's like, wow, how do I take care of this problem? Because the problem didn't fix itself.
Yeah, it's definitely a movie that is relatable, especially if you're a parent or even a grandparent, because they had a grandmother, I think it was the wife's mom.
Yeah.
Live with them, or maybe it was the dad's mom. I honestly wasn't clear on that, but
I don't know
it was
either.
a grandmother.
Oh, it was the dad's mom.
Okay, but it was a grandmother, and you could definitely tell that the family was very tight-knit, and there was a lot of respect and love in the household, even though, like, you got to see the raw, filtered negative side of it. But it was awesome to kind of see that they also had a grandparent in there to see that side and how over there, how they treat their grandparents and stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah, and what I thought was really cool was during that part I was talking about with the teenager was how the grandmother told the teenager, you need to honor your father and mother.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing that I did like about the show, about the movie. I keep calling it shows because they split it into segments because it's like that comic strip. Where at the end of each strip, so to speak, they would quote a passage from a book or a poem or something like that.
Yeah.
And the very first one that I remember
some of those
them
were weird.
Yeah. But the very first one I remember them quoting was honor your father and mother, and it was from the Bible.
Yeah.
Which
that was in the beginning.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. And of course they're going to be humorous with it because all of a sudden you have the father and the grandmother arguing with each other over the house.
Mm-hmm.
And you're lucky you live here because I built this house with my own two hands. And she goes, you wouldn't have this house without me. And he's like, no, I built it with my own two hands. And she goes, well, I own the land. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have had a house to build. And it was like, it's like, ouch.
You're forgetting the next part of that, though.
What's the next part of
the
it?
The teenager came in and said, yeah, and one day it'll all be mine. And then all the adults kind of was like, what? And then ran after him. I was like, I feel like that would be Princess Pika.
A little bit.
One day, all this shall be mine. I feel like that's her attitude. But yeah, I mean, even the kid his whole thing was, yeah, one day it'll be mine. Well, okay. I mean,
The thing is, that is, again, with that culture. I mean, at that point, the eldest male
it goes
would
down.
get everything.
Yep.
So, I mean...
Yeah. So,
in
overall,
a sense, it
was
makes
cute.
sense, but in the other side, it's like you just disrespected three adults, kid. They're going to take you down a notch.
But I honestly, though, I think after watching the whole thing... it might have seemed like a disrespect, but I don't think it was. Because, the dad was joking with his mom.
Yeah.
And so if that's the atmosphere...
Yeah.
I mean, granted, yeah, they probably, in the beginning, was like, oh my gosh, how dare you, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But, I mean... I don't know. I think in the end, I probably would have laughed my head off.
Yeah, it kind of...
If I was the mom.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of the dynamic between me and my grandmother.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, and your parents. Yeah, I could totally see that conversation with you guys. 100%.
Yeah.
With you and your dad, and yes.
Yes, and one day it will all be mine.
Yep. 100%.
And then Raver Mom will look over at me and go, thank you, babe.
Yep. Sure. Cannot wait for this Ghibli fest to be over. So you can stop that.
Worst no, movie was good.
Worst set of movies ever.
And it made sense after watching the first one.
No, it did not.
Yes, it did.
No, it did not.
Yes, it did. The cat lived in a fairy tale world written by a girl.
Oh my goodness.
So very
We're getting
short
off topic.
World. Yes, we are off topic. But as we reflect on My Neighbor the Yamadas, we see that the Yamada parents don't raise their children through perfection or rigid control, but through perseverance, patience, and everyday guidance. Their household is messy, loud, and often chaotic, yet it is rooted in care and consistency. Mistakes become learning moments, and love is shown through daily routines rather than grand speeches. Wow, that sounds like our house.
It's okay. When I was reading it earlier today, my thought was, he's describing our house.
Yeah, when I wrote it, I didn't realize I was describing
I mean, our house is messy, loud, and not often it's always chaotic. With 4 children, full-time mama, or full-time working mama, you working from home. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yep, crazy. But it mirrors the wisdom found in Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way that he should go, even when he is old, he will not depart from it. The Yamadas understood that shaping character happens over time, through repeated examples and shared life. The film reminds us that training a child is not about forcing a path, but about walking alongside them as they grow. By modeling forgiveness, humor, and perseverance, the Yamada parents plant seeds that will guide their children long after childhood. In the same way, Proverbs 22:6 encourages us to focus on a faithful, intentional guidance, trusting that the lessons taught with love will remain, even as children grow into their journeys.
I do want to make one point.
Okay.
Or one, what do you call it? Whatever. On that verse, a lot of times when people are reading that verse and they say, train up a child in the way he should go, even when he gets old, he won't depart from it. And people automatically think, okay, if I raise them right, then, they'll always be right. They'll always stay on the right path. And that's not always the case.
No. Because
what parents forget is that children are human.
Yep.
They're going to make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to stray. Like, it's just a fact. They're going to stray from the path you think they should go on.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, as parents, I feel like some of us understand that, and then there are some that don't.
Yeah.
But you've got to realize that it is all up to God's timing. I read something the other day that it isn't our timing, it's God's timing. And that funny enough, that phrase keeps coming up every so often in my life. But it's something that we need to remember is that it's our job. God gave us these children.
Yeah.
Or you were given to your parents for them to raise you.
Yeah.
Or not just raise you, but train you.
Yeah.
In the way that you should go. But it's up to us as children to make those decisions as we were trained.
Yeah.
Not because, we all go through this rebellious phase, if that's what you want to call it, of I want to do it my way and I'm going to do it my way and all of that. But as long as you train them up correctly in God's word, not just in church, not just, you don't take them to church and, okay, there you go to kids' church or go to youth group. It's their job to instill everything in you. It isn't. It's the parents' job. Like, you can't just rely on your kids' church leaders or your youth group leaders.
Yeah.
Like, you have to partner with them.
Exactly.
And I guess that's one thing I kind of liked about the video is that it wasn't just the parents raising in that lifestyle of what they had in the house. They also had the grandmother. It was kind of like a third parent almost.
Yeah.
Without being like a parent because they were the grandparent. But the grandparent still was helping raise the children. You honor your parents, like reminding them, hey, like this is you're being taught this, like you're being trained to this. And that's kind of how it is. Like, but parents need to realize that kids are going to stray.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's just the fact of life because we're human and there's sin in the world. But as long as we train up these kids, as long as you follow your training, that's when the second part comes into play where he will not depart from it because it's instilled in us. It's like, it's like grown deep within our DNA versus like, I'm raising you. Raising and training are completely two different things.
Yeah.
And you have to do both of them. But when you train, you instill, like when you go in the military, they train those people, the men and the women that, go into the Air Force and Army and all that. They don't just raise them. They train them. Like when you start a new job, you train for that job. Yeah. Because it's got to instill. It's got to become second nature. And that's kind of what I wanted to say. Like, parents need to understand that they're going to stray. Kids need to understand that it's okay just as long as you make, you know that you've got to get back on the path.
And yeah, I mean, I completely agree with that. I feel like my dad put that to an extreme test with me.
Oh, yeah, he totally did.
Because there came a point in my life when I was 17 going on 18, and I woke up one Sunday, I looked my parents straight in the face, and I said, I don't want to go. I don't like what's happening. I don't like how I'm being treated. I don't like how you're being treated. If this is what church is, if this is what Christianity is, I want absolutely nothing to do with it. And of course, my mom, her response is, boy, you're going to church.
Right. Well, that's mama's.
And my dad said, no. We trained him up in the way he should go. We got to have faith that that's the way he's going to go.
Yeah.
And he needs to go with his choice right now.
Yeah.
And my mom looked at him like he was nuts.
Yeah, well, I would have done the same thing.
But for about 2 years, I didn't go to church, and I didn't make the best decisions in anything else. And now looking back, and I told the story a little bit in season 1, but looking back, I can see where God was still following me. But I could see where there were certain things put in my path to kind of hold my decisions back a little bit. I did some stupid stuff, but I could have done way dumber.
Yeah.
And in time, conviction started creeping in, and I started noticing the decisions I was making wasn't that great. And then God knew exactly what to do to push my conscience over the edge. And he said, oh, here's Raver Mom. Let's stick her in front of you and put her in your life, because she's going to grab the steering wheel and rip you straight. And I, at that point, I started regaining control of my life and my spiritual walk. And I had to learn to forgive not just, everybody who hurt my family in the church, and forgive that pastor, and I had to learn how to forgive myself on top of it.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for the way my parents brought me up, no conviction at all would have been there in what I was doing.
Yeah, and it could have got worse.
Yeah.
Especially with the people that, if you start making poor choices, you're going to start hanging out with poor people. So, not
exactly
money. I'm saying like poor choice to people.
Yeah, well, with me, it was, I could have ended up in a gang. I could have ended up on drugs. I could have ended up on anything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if it wasn't for, the conviction of what my parents taught me and trained me up to do, and what they instilled in me biblically and spiritually, I probably wouldn't have thought twice about half the choices I made. But yeah, no, I completely agree with you. Parents have to understand there's going to come a point where your kid is no longer going to be on your apron string.
Yeah.
And they are going to start trying to figure out life themselves.
Yeah.
Or they're going to act out. And you got to have the faith that what you taught them is going to correct the path that they're on.
Yep. Yeah, they're going to get to a point where they need to start, not just them thinking they're going to, but like you've got to allow them at one point or another while you're training them to try and make decisions on their own.
Yeah.
So whenever because they're not always going to be with you. I mean, as much as I would love my babies to be all with me all the time, so I can protect them and keep danger away from them, I know at the same time that can't happen. I'm not a mama chick. I can't keep my chicks underneath my wings. They've got to go out on their own. But as you train, eventually you've got to let them test their skills out.
Yeah.
And hoping and having the faith in them and in yourself and in God that they're going to follow how they were trained.
Yeah.
And if they don't, it's okay. I mean, that's the thing. Like, we're all human. We might not parent that great. There's no book out there except the Bible to go by.
Yeah.
And honestly, to be a child, it's very hard because not only are you trying to figure yourself out, you're trying to, make sure your mom and dad are impressed and you do everything you want that they want and you want, and you're trying to make sure you fit in. And I mean, especially nowadays in today's
Yeah.
society and the world we live in, being a kid, like, I feel for my class that I have. I mean, the one I had last year and the one I have this year, it's got to be hard
Yeah.
to be a kid in today's world. I mean,
Definitely.
with all the social media, and not just like having your own social media, but like everything is so accessible.
I mean, it goes all the way down to how, you're socially accepted by your digital footprint.
Yeah.
And whenever we were growing up, if we were being bullied, it was face to face. Well,
Yeah.
now a bully can be a coward.
Yeah. And that can happen to kids and adults.
Yeah.
Like,
and
it's
sad.
insane how crazy things have gotten. And I mean, I've talked to some of the parents that I work with, some of the other staff members, and they're like, "Oh, my kid doesn't have a phone." And I'm like, "Listen, my kids don't have phones. They don't have social medias. They don't even, I mean, they know of that stuff,
Yeah.
but they don't have any of that. So don't feel bad." Like,
Yeah.
because our kids, we have a couple of kids that are older, and then one of them that I was talking to, and I was like, "Do not feel bad." I was like, "Yeah, she might get, they might get made fun of, but the thing is I would rather them just get picked on a little bit here than them feeling like they're not worth it,
Yeah.
or they shouldn't be looking the way they do, or they need to change because this is now popular, or I just bought them that, well, that's not popular now." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so it's
ridiculous.
it is, and parents just have got to understand that the world's not the same, and it's even harder, and that as long as you do what you're supposed to do according to God's word, that you just gotta have faith in that.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't, especially parents don't realize is that if, the parent is constantly in their phone and the kid is constantly in their phone, well, then social media is raising your kid.
Yep.
And you wonder why they're so entitled.
Yeah.
Or you wonder why they get offended so easily. And that's
Yeah.
because of the fact that their influences are not coming from you.
Yeah.
Their influences are not coming from somebody who's telling them how to face their problem head on. They're being taught how to face their problem by destroying somebody,
Yeah.
or by, okay, let's return the favor, And it really brings up a vengeful state of mind. And it's very important, I think, nowadays for parents to make sure that they're involved.
Yeah. And you can even test on how your kids are by simply asking other people, what's your opinion on his behavior while I was gone, or whatever. Or just listen to comments or compliments. And if you don't get any compliments, then you might want to check how you're raising your kid.
Yeah.
Just because if your kid's being respectful, being helpful, being kind, being there for their friend, being a good student, or helping out in church, or, if you're noticing all those things, then that means you're probably training them correctly.
Yeah.
If you're not, you might want to reassess.
Yeah. Definitely.
So.
Definitely. If you don't have anything else, we're going to move on to the questions.
No, I'm good. I'm
Okay.
done with my tangent.
All right. So the first question is, how does the simple art style of my neighbor Yamadas help highlight everyday life lessons instead of the big dramatic moments like what we see in other Studio Ghibli films?
Honestly, I think if it was a different art style, I probably would have turned it off. Just because of the fact that I would have been expecting some big dramatic event.
Yeah.
And that's not the case. The art style kind of helped me a little with wanting to stay watching it and like being a little more engaged.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it was like Kiki's Delivery Service or Porco Rosso or, I mean, Howl's Moving Castle, any of that, I probably would not have continued watching it just because I would have just been like, this is dumb.
Yeah.
You know,
I completely
and almost
agree
turned
with you.
it off. Like, you know, I don't know, like, because I would have been expecting more.
Yeah.
Where with the way that it was like a comic strip feel. And I mean, you don't expect this big extravagant thing from a comic strip.
No.
So.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. If it would have been like a Castle in the Sky type deal.
Right.
You know, where it was that setting, yet there was absolutely no climactic event.
Right.
And it was literally you're stuck in a valley the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of movie you go to sleep to.
Yep. Pretty much.
All right, our next question. If the Yamada family were animated in a more detailed or flashy style, what everyday moment do you think would suddenly feel way more dramatic?
When the boy got the phone call.
Oh, whenever he was getting the call from the girl?
From the girl. And then he goes up there. And it's not really that part. It's when he goes up to his room. And he's like, at one point he was upset, I thought. And then all of a sudden he's like excited. And he's running around the room. And he's throwing things. And he's like hitting his bed. And then he's punching his dresser. And like that whole thing. Yeah.
Gotcha. I think for me, and I mean, it's not a moment they showed on the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it would have been really dramatic if the father was trying to teach the son how to work on a car.
Well, of course. The car guy would say that.
I mean, think about it, though. Hand me a wrench.
Yeah, but
that's a hammer, not a wrench.
But that father was an office guy.
Yeah, and?
I don't...
Hey, son, let's go play golf. And then all of a sudden he goes back for this big, insane swing, and then... Oh. Fine, we'll go office. Still.
Although, no, it honestly would have been funny if they were... Hey, son, we're going to go work... Let's go work on the family car. Do you even know how to work on the family car, Dad? Nope, but we're going to go... You know.
Yeah.
That still would have been funny.
And at that time, there was no YouTube, so it'd be, let's pull out the Haynes Automotive Manual.
Right, let's phone a friend.
Let's see what the Bentley book has to say.
Yeah. That still would have been funny.
Yeah. See,
although Grandma with those bikers were...
I'm sorry. Again, reminds me of my grandmother.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, you forgot this.
Yep, run them off. You forgot your trash.
Anyway.
So by using simple art styles, My Neighbor the Yamadas reminds us that meaningful lessons often come from ordinary moments, not grand adventures or dramatic spectacles. It invites us to imagine how even the smallest family interactions can carry weight and significance when we slow down and really pay attention to them. So... Rev's Otaku Talk has started, I guess it's holiday tradition by accident.
Yes.
And
You're welcome, everybody.
Yes, it's all Raver Mom's fault. She bought me an advent calendar, and it is a Star Wars Life Day advent calendar, so...
If you haven't seen the videos, go to YouTube. It's only on YouTube.
It is a YouTube special, but I am doing the advent calendar day by day. And showing everything and reading the book that comes with it. And it's really cool. But my question to you, Raver Mom, is there a favorite tradition that you have that we do or that you've done in the past?
Honestly, it's not... I don't know if it's a tradition or if you would call it a tradition. But when we decorate the house and I do everything on the inside...
Yeah.
And you do everything on the outside. And then when we get done, we kind of like open the windows. And, you know, when it gets kind of like dark. And we turn all the lights on. And then we go outside and we stand in the front yard. And we just kind of look at the masterpiece.
Yeah, that would be a tradition. I think that would fit as a
I
tradition.
feel like especially since we've moved here
Yeah.
to the new house. I mean, I guess it's not new. We've been here 5 years.
That's
But
new.
I feel like that's like we do that every year. Like I'll put up the tree and I unbox everything in the house, and then while I'm doing that, you and Kid Cooper are outside, and I come out and I make sure all the inflatables are exactly where I want them, which is funny because I don't really move them much, um and then like literally once it's all done, literally every year we go outside and we sit in the front yard, or we stand in the front yard or in the street and we just kind of look at everything and just,
Yeah.
I guess that's probably my favorite. I don't know if it's a tradition, but my favorite moment.
No, I think that's traditional. We do it every year.
We have.
It's repetitive. That's tradition.
We have done it every year since we've moved here. So.
I think for me, my favorite tradition for us is putting that wreath up from our first Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if that thing was not hung up somewhere in the house, it'd feel wrong.
You notice it goes in the same place every year.
Yes, I do.
Whether there's something in front of it or not.
Yep. And if it's not there, something's off.
Yes. So that wreath that Rev is talking about is a wire hanger made from shopping bags, the plastic shopping bags from Target.
Those were from Office Depot.
Office Depot. Oh, yeah, because your dad worked there at that time.
Yeah.
So they were from Office Depot, and he cut them into strips. Our first Christmas, Rev and I we didn't live on our own. We lived with his parents when we first moved to the area, and we didn't have anything. Yeah. And so we lived in this 2-story house with your parents.
Yep.
And I was so upset because we weren't going to have our very first Christmas by ourselves. And so you took, I guess it's the den. There was the den. There wasn't anything in there.
It was like a formal study or something like that. It was weird.
But it wasn't like it was a doorway on there. It was just a walk-through entryway. And there was, nobody used it for anything, which I thought was weird.
No.
But he put up a curtain, and he took this little, what was it, iridescent, what was the tree?
Yeah, it was a little 4-foot, what was that, fiber optic tree.
Fiber optic tree, yeah. It was really cute, but you could tell it was very old. And he printed out all these like snow or Christmassy photos. I mean, it was really corny, but
yes,
it was really cute. And he had like this air mattress and this TV, and we watched Christmas movies, and we fell asleep on the air mattress and woke up to our own little Christmas area.
Yes.
It was really pretty. And that wreath, I still have the pictures, by the way.
Yes, I know you have them in a file.
I have them in a folder in one of our bins.
Yeah.
But the wreath comes out, because I don't want the pictures getting messed up, but the wreath comes out every year. And it just came out every year for 18 Christmases now.
And it's insane that after 18 Christmases, those bags have not degraded
because
at all.
I take very good care of it.
It's pretty crazy. They have not flaked. They have not dried out. It's survived quite a bit.
Well, it's also stayed inside.
Yeah, true.
It's always stayed indoors, where there's some kind of
climate control.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's that thing that we do that just, if it's not done, it's not right.
Well, funny enough, it's almost every year it's the first thing that goes out.
Yeah, because it's always the last thing to get put up.
Yep.
Yep.
I do that on purpose.
So it don't get messed up?
Well, no, so it's the first thing that comes out.
Gotcha. See? Tradition.
Although this year you started outside before I started inside because I was at work. So
Yes, and you said, why don't you go outside and get the lights going? Well, it's like, okay, whatever.
yeah. So, but yeah.
Cool. Is there a food that you just have to have on Christmas?
Cranberry sauce. And I'm sorry, it's got to be the canned jellied cranberry sauce. If you don't like it, I apologize. But that's what I was raised on. I'll sit there and eat the whole jar.
Yeah.
Between me and Princess Vivi, we will eat the whole jar.
It's that poor Southern people cranberry sauce.
You darn right. I have tried full, like, real cranberries.
Yeah.
Don't like them. I have tried real cranberry sauce that someone made in a pot on the stove. Don't like it.
Yep.
I've tried the canned whole berry. Blech.
You know, funny enough,
I'm a sucker for the canned.
the only like full berry cranberry sauce that I have ever eaten, and it's not that bad, is in a Hungry Man meal.
Really?
In the microwavable Hungry
Ew.
Man meal, the
Ew.
turkey and stuffing little dinner
the
thing.
Thanksgiving Hungry Man meal?
Yeah, the cranberry sauce that comes with that ain't that bad.
Oh, my goodness.
Whoever came up with that recipe, they got it right the
Now
first
listen,
time.
if you guys out there in the world have a cranberry sauce homemade recipe and you want to share it with us, feel free to comment. I'll try it. I'm up for trying.
Yeah, we'll
But-
make it and try it, and then we'll give you our opinion.
No, I won't. I'll tell you, it was the best thing in the world. No, I'm just kidding. I will not lie. But yeah, I don't
We'll
know.
just let you know if it's our cup of tea or not.
It is definitely, I don't know, like, I know we eat cranberry sauce throughout the year. And
Yeah.
we keep cans all the time. We eat it throughout the year. But I feel like if cranberry sauce and deviled eggs are not on the table, it's not a Christmas meal.
And that's the same for Thanksgiving.
Yep, same for Thanksgiving.
I think
Or
for
angel eggs, whatever you call them.
they're deviled eggs.
I know, but some people don't call them that.
Issues. So many issues. No, I'm kidding.
I will smack him later for you guys. Anyways, what about you?
For me, it's cinnamon rolls for breakfast, and there's got to be a ham. Just saying.
You're welcome.
Cinnamon rolls for breakfast, and there's got to be a ham.
You know what's funny, though?
What?
Is it has to be the Pillsbury canned cinnamon rolls.
And yeah, that is bad. Because, I mean, you tried making them homemade a couple of times, and they just came out flat and burnt.
They were horrible. Which is bad because that's what we would always make for Christmas. I would help my dad make homemade cinnamon rolls every year. And I can't make them to save my life.
My issue with baking stuff like that is every time I bake anything like that, the bread always comes out in a biscuit consistency.
Yeah. Mine always comes out hard. Like when I've tried, last couple times I tried making them.
Yeah.
They came out hard. They were like, they were bricks. You could build with them.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Oh, speaking of, we need to get some because I didn't get those tonight.
Okay.
I got your ham, though.
That's right. And if anybody can tell us where we can get the apple caramel spiral ham from,
Pre-sliced.
just leave it in the comments because we've been looking for it for like, 16 years?
Yeah. It's been a really long time. We got it at Walmart.
It was either Walmart or Winn-Dixie, yeah.
And it's part of those where they have the colorful wrappers like purple and blue and green and yellow or gold or
Yeah,
whatever.
It's like a
and,
Mayfield ham or something like
and
that.
it was an apple caramel. There was only one. I honestly think it was a fluke.
It was an amazing ham,
It
though.
was one of our best hams we've had.
Yeah.
So,
So if anybody could tell us where to get one, Just leave it in the comments below.
You
We'll
know what's
love you
gonna
forever.
happen. I'm just gonna have to figure out how to make it.
I'll spiral cut the ham for you.
No, I'll get that thing pre-cut.
Put this through your corkscrew, guys.
I'm sad. Easier is always better sometimes. Anyways.
Okay. What's your favorite gift you've ever gotten?
Oh my, you.
Me? See, I can say that because you were born on Christmas. You can't say that about me.
My favorite gift. Oh, wow. I can't remember a specific thing, but I will say I really like homemade things versus store-bought things.
So you're talking about like the townhouses we painted for you. And,
yeah, those things.
Okay.
I mean, I appreciate every gift that I've ever gotten, but like one year I want to say, I think it was for Christmas, I got like a homemade blanket from one of my grandmothers.
Uh-huh.
And like, to me, like that, just, I cherish those things because, you know, they made it for me. So that's why I love one of the things we did growing up, me and my mom would chocolate coat pretzels and marshmallows and peanuts or pecans. Oh my goodness, I just offended my southern mother.
Pecans.
Not my Ohio mother, my, like, you know, southern family. Lord Jesus, I don't even know where I'm going now.
You and your mom would...
chocolate covered pecans, marshmallows, pretzels. You know, we do all of that. And we would put them in these little containers. Used to buy them for $1 at Walmart, these containers.
Yeah.
Now, tonight I looked at them, they're $4. Anyways.
Holy cow. Inflation.
That's what we would give. Or we would make homemade bread. And we would give homemade bread as gifts to our families and stuff like that. So, just stuff like that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think for me, it would be my first boombox.
So nothing I gave you. Okay, good. Good to know. I'm kidding.
Wow.
I'm kidding. So when was that?
Now you expect me to remember everything now that you just shut me down?
I'm not sorry, because that was funny.
Wow. So not right.
I thought I was your favorite gift.
You are my favorite gift, but we're talking material gift.
Oh.
God gave me you, okay? You are my favorite gift of Christmas.
I'm going to go wrap myself and put a bow on my head and go lay under the Christmas tree. Because I'm a gift for all of you. Oh. The best gift in this house. Anyways, so you got a boom box. Who gave it to you? Do you remember?
My dad gave me the boom box. And it was before my brother was born.
Oh, wow. That's a really long time.
So I was like 4, maybe. And they got me my first boom box, and that was a chain reaction.
Was it like a Tykes or something?
No, it was a...
It wasn't?
No, it was like an RCA or something like that.
It wasn't a little kid version?
No, it was an actual boom box. It was the early 90s boom box where you could separate the speakers off of it, you know, if you wanted to, and then you could reattach it, and it still took 6D batteries.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that thing survived all the way into my teens until it finally died. But yeah, no, that started my chain reaction into music and sound and audio, and yeah, that boombox kind of shifted my whole.
Thanks, senior. From a really long time ago.
Yes, I would love to get another one.
Oh,
The thing was awesome.
I have another tradition that I thought of.
Okay.
When we watch, I almost said Pearl Harbor.
That may have happened in December, but that's not what we're looking at.
The Polar Express. Do not ask me why my brain was like Pearl Harbor. No, when we watch Pearl Harbor with the kids. Good night. I am so tired. I have one more day of work. Let's see if we can get through this without me saying anything inappropriate.
So when we watch Polar Express on Christmas Eve with hot chocolate and marshmallows and all that fun stuff.
Thank you. My brain wouldn't say all of that.
Go ahead.
So yeah, when we watch the Polar Express,
Yeah.
and we do like the hot chocolates and stuff like that on Christmas Eve night, I feel like that's a like shut the world out, pause everything moment.
Yeah.
You know, and we can do something that the kids, something that they love and we love, and because
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of their favorite traditions as well, is watching that movie.
You know, it's crazy. I wouldn't have really ever watched that movie if it wasn't for this guy I used to hang out with whenever I was growing up. We were like best friends for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Arthur, and he asked me if I wanted to go see a movie. I was like, yeah, sure. What movie? He goes, Polar Express. I was like, okay. Not what I was thinking, but sure, let's go watch the Polar Express. And
You were thinking Pearl Harbor?
there was a lot of action movies out around that time.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, we went and we watched the Polar Express, and it
In
was
theater?
like, yeah, in theaters.
Oh,
It was
cool.
like jaw dropping. It was like, whoa, this movie's off the chain.
It is. I love that movie. I feel like that's a movie we could watch all year long. But at the same time, I feel if we watched it all year long,
Yeah,
it would ruin that moment,
yeah,
that magic, that when we watch it on Christmas Eve and we leave it specifically for that, and we get the hot chocolate and the candy canes and the, our Blinkits and
yeah.
jammies and everything like that.
So yeah, thank you, Arthur, for taking me to see the Polar Express.
Plus, our kids love
Yes.
locomotives.
Yes.
So every single one of them, it's so funny how all four of them have loved through some kind of phase of trains.
Trains. Yep.
So trains and cars.
Yep, definitely.
So
But yeah, I think movies, period, kind of play a role in our traditions.
yeah. a
Normally,
lot.
whenever we're setting up, we're watching like the old Rudolph classics and stuff like that. You know, the
Yeah.
old school cartoons from like the 50s,
Yeah.
if not earlier than that.
Yeah, we love pulling out the black and white
And
ones.
then we Polar Express Christmas Eve and then Christmas Day. The Christmas Story repeats a couple of times.
We also watch the Miser Brothers.
Yes, was that the Year
a-
Without a Santa Claus?
There's that one, and then there's a Miser Brother Christmas.
Yeah. Yep, they came out with a part 2 of that, which was pretty good. Was
then-
actually decent.
And then the Little Drummer Boy.
Yeah. And
That
then,
one's one of Pika's favorite.
I think it's called... No, Santa Claus... Santa Claus is Coming to Town, I think, is another one that we watched.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the one with the Wizard of Winter.
That Santa Claus Comes to Town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That when Santa Claus comes to town, and then
Yeah, because I randomly sing the song from that movie throughout the year.
yeah. And then the other one that I like to put on is the Miracle on 34th Street, the 90s version.
Okay, so the one with the little girl that played Matilda?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, that's one that I like putting on.
And then, of course, we watch It's a Wonderful Life at some point.
And White Christmas.
And White Christmas. We also watched The Gremlins.
Yep. And, of course, all the Grinch movies.
Yes, we watch all the Grinch movies. And
We
then
watch a lot of Christmas movies.
the ones I usually end up watching by myself is Die Hard. And Hellboy 2.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. I like Hellboy.
And then
He's my boy.
we watch...
So is Abe.
And then we watch The Home Alones.
Mm-hmm.
I think our son requests Home Alone more than any of the other ones do.
And then the Lampoon. National Lampoon.
Yeah, Christmas Vacation. And then, funny enough, our kids have been asking to watch the Star Wars Holiday Special this
They have
year.
because of your advent calendar. They wouldn't ask for any other reason.
Which I refuse to do, at least while you're here.
Well, there's only one more day.
Well, I might turn it on tomorrow then.
Yeah, we watch a lot of Christmas movies. I will be out of school starting on Thursday, so it will be Christmas movie mayhem.
Yeah.
Back to back, because we got a lot of movies to watch.
Yep.
It's kind of hard whenever you work full-time as a teacher to watch them, but
True.
that's okay. So yeah.
Sweet. Oh, do you have any questions?
No, I think it's time for me to say goodnight.
Good night, Raver Mom. All right. So as we close, let us remember Proverbs 22:6. It says, "Train up a child in the way that he should go, and even when he is old, he will not depart from it." Join us as we close in prayer. Father God, I thank you for the gift that you gave us so many years ago, whenever you sent your son down to this earth to be born as a human, to ultimately die on the cross to save us. And God, I thank you for the opportunity to be a parent, for the blessing to be able to raise up and train up our children so that they can continue to move forward and do your work. And God, as we continue on in our lives, we ask that you open up our eyes to see you in the wonder and in the lessons and in the beauty that's all around us, even in the worlds created by artists and animators. And let our passion for anime draw us closer to your truth. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us on Rev's Otaku Talk Studio Ghibli Fest. Make sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform, and don't forget to like and follow us on our Facebook page at Rev's Otaku Talkers and on X at Rev's Otaku Talk. We'd love to hear from you, so drop a comment, leave a review, and share your favorite God and anime moments with the community. Also, check out Rev's Otaku Shop to grab some awesome merch, and don't miss out on a bag of Rev's Konkohi coffee. The link is in the description below. Until next time, keep your anime collection strong and your faith stronger. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Buzz Crown, can you keep it up? Listener mail and fan debates. We love the art the Lord creates. From Studio Ghibli to Naruto, God speaks in ways you didn't know. Stories rise like rising sun. We break them down one by one. Chew, this ain't just hype, it's revelation. Anime with holy inspiration. Otaku life with transformation. Faith and fandom, no limitation. It's Revs! Otaku talk! From JoJo's post to Spirit Lead, we laugh, reflect, and plant that seed. It's Revs! Otaku talk! So hit that play, don't walk away. Let's geek and grow in Jesus' way. OTAKU talking truth in all we do. Rev's crew, rolling through. Faith meets fandom just for you.